Well, hello everyone and welcome back to another video of F1 2019 career mode. Today we're going to be doing episode number 11 for the French Grand Prix. But first of all, if you missed the last race in Canada, then this is what happened.
Cars ahead braking suddenly into one. We could ruin our race if we hit them. Good luck.
Thank you, Jeff. I just want to point out there, we were 19th. I think Kvyat didn't set a time. So he should have been 20th on the grid. But I've been promoted to 18th on the grid. Ahead of Max Verstappen, who's also taken a penalty but was a lot higher up. They say they fix this, so I'm not going to say anything more for 1.07. I was looking about switching the strategy, trying to see what we could do. Because the two-stop really isn't probably not going to work for me. We'll probably try and go longer, potentially, depending on what we're going. We'll try and probably switch that up to a one-stop, maybe. Soft to medium. 60 place penalty. What can we do from 18th on the grid? Lights out and away we go. And that's exactly what I decided to do, is to switch it up, go run longer on these softs, and then pit the hards. Our pit window hasn't opened yet, so we're actually up into P4. So we'll try and pit the one-stop window, because the hards are pretty much like a road tyre around here. They will last forever. Weber is once again running well, which is unfortunate for us, because we really don't need him. He's our rival, and yet he's actually outperforming, whereas his teammate is started down in P8, P17. His teammates are a long way behind. The two you see there behind the Alfa Romeos are the two Red Bulls. I'm going to take one. Well, you can see I let Ricciardo bar. I'm going to take one for the team. Ricciardo is on fresher tyres. He's doing his two-stop. He's come from behind to catch me up. We're going to slow the Red Bulls up a treat and make sure we get this 6th and 7th, especially for Ricciardo, because he's not had a great start to the season. He scored like 3 points in the opening round, so yes, we did get a little bit screwed over in Canada because of the weather, but yes, we've got 2 developments coming on the car, both of them not coming in this episode, but in episodes that I have yet to record about this Renault, within this Renault career mode. So yes, that is where we are in the development. Very close in the midfield. We are in 7th place, but a lot to go. This is the last race of this goddamn awful contract, so we will be able to renegotiate our contract at last and stop them all going at us. So yes, time for qualifying now for the French Grand Prix.
Welcome to qualifying for this weekend's French Grand Prix. The teams are making their last-minute adjustments before the lights go green, and the fight for pole position gets underway. With the weather as it is today, Anthony Davidson, we have, to some extent, to throw the form book out of the window. Who do you see having the advantage on this slippery, unpredictable track surface?
The trouble is, Crofty, they need to be thinking about the race tomorrow. You don't want to go jacking up the ride heights and piling on a few points of extra downforce that you're not going to want in the Grand Prix itself. The Parc Fermé regulations mean that you have to make that choice. The best thing the drivers can do is adapt with the tools they have available in the cockpit. Moving the brake bias forward will help stop the rear end slipping out under braking, and opening up the differential can really help tame the oversteer on corner exit. The drivers that can make best use of these techniques will have the best chance for success here today.
And oh my goodness grief, for the second race in a row, it is full wet qualifying to begin with. The race is also going to be dry, but yes, we're going to, I did a banker lap on the wets. I gave up because it was horrendous, and I actually went out on the intermediate tyre. So we had enough in the tank for a couple of laps. So I was like, okay, see what we can do on the intermediates. I think there are a few people out. I know our teammate is up ahead of us. You can see him on the mini map. I'm not sure if I think he's on a flying lap as well. So interesting to see where Daniel goes. We'll find out in a moment. And you see Norris has now gone faster than Hamilton on those wets. So it's definitely the time. Are we going to be? No, we're 7 tenths down. So we still got time, but to make some time up, but it's definitely going to have to be an improvement on the second lap. We want to move up as we come into this. I'm not a fan of the French this circuit. It doesn't suit my driving style. If you know me, my driving style is Austria, Austria. Basically, circuits that have long straights with swooping left-right-handers, and you can see Ricardo puts a 46.6 and goes on provisional pole with 2 minutes left to go in the session. And you can see there that at the London lap 2 we've improved a couple of tenths. We've down to P8. Bottas now goes fastest of all. There are not many people left across the line, so this will probably be our final lap. Ricardo's gone in the pits. We're interested to see where we go here, P5. So definitely an improvement there, but I couldn't improve through this section because I ran out of fuel. Simple. It's unfortunate, but yes, qualifying was complete, so I thought I'll just retire and move on. 5th place. Good job. Not 5th place. 19th on the grid. Codemasters, fix the qualifying issue. We were in 5th place. We moved to 19th. There was nobody was doing better laps than us.
Tough luck there. It's not quite where
we've been screwed over in qualifying. We'll have to do what we can in the race, really.
Welcome along then to the Circuit Paul Ricard, home of the French Grand Prix, home race of the Renault team, and of course a number of the drivers on the grid as well. Of the 14 races held here up until 1990, 5 were won by a Frenchman, and 4 of those, of course, were Alain Prost. I wonder who'll add their name to that winners list today. Mastering a lap of Paul Ricard means getting to know 15 corners, 6 left and 9 right, for an overall lap distance of 3.6 miles. The two halves of the long Mistral straight are separated by a heavy braking zone into a potential overtaking hotspot at the chicane Nord. And watch out for the drivers running onto the distinctive coloured stripes, which are low in grip and highly abrasive. Anthony Davidson joins me once again in the commentary box, and it's fantastic to have you with us here today. But I'm curious, as a man with experience out on the track, how do you stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
Well, from the moment qualifying's over, you start to feel the adrenaline in your body build up and the buzz in your stomach as you anticipate the run down into turn 1. It's all a bit like going into battle, and the unknown situation makes you nervous. Those pre-race nerves are a good thing. The day you don't have them means that you don't care anymore. And of course you have to make sure that all the procedures are second nature to you, so that they're not taking up too much of your capacity.
Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, edging out Devon Butler, who'll start from P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Verstappen, Valtteri Bottas and Perez, Weber, Stroll, Albon and Daniel Kvyat, Sainz, Raikkonen, George Russell and Ricciardo, Norris, Giovinazzi, Romain Grosjean and Robert Kubica, a Renault, and Charles Leclerc completes today's grid order. And now it's time to head down to the track.
Keep your eyes open on the run to turn 1 and keep it clean. We want to come out in one piece. Good luck.
Well, thank you, Jeff. It's going to be a one-stop. Everybody will be on the one-stop because it's the fastest strategy. There won't be any 2 stops today because everybody got that thing. Leclerc somewhere's behind us. We're ready for 5 red lights for the French Grand Prix. And lights out and away we go. And as usual, with every start that we've had since the start of F1 2018 career mode, it's been an absolutely dreadful start as the AI traction is up, and we're just going to literally go nice start level dive bomb down the inside, get Kubica out of the way. Thank you very much, P18. Here's a replay of that. Oh, we still got this mod on, I forget, which I need to redo the Coca-Cola hassle on because Codemasters redid that. But yeah, we did touching bits with Kubica. He's going to dive on. We're going to have to go to the outside and take avoiding action to Mr. Grosjean. So we're actually pulling off track. No warning. I mean, we might as well carry on. No room up there as well. Going outside Ricardo. We've got Giovinazzi on our outside now. Let's see if we can get this done. We've somehow managed to do Norris. And we're going to get the Snake Nice through, shove him out of the way, and add him to P14. But yeah, you can see there that there's just really no room for us. We had to go wide. And we somehow managed to get the better traction because France, of course, has a million miles of runoff. We're into lap 3 now. We've been stuck behind George Russell now for a couple of laps. This Mercedes engine is helping him, and also the fact that Williams have got some upgrades. But this is the section that I like now. My new favourite overtaking spot in France is now the final corner. Dive on down the inside, and Norris is going to have a go at Russell as well. That's what you need to. We have the better arrow, clearly the better arrow than Williams anyway, so we can make the deal stick and move up a position. And you can see Leclerc is getting ready. Moving to lap 6 now. We're following Antonio Giovinazzi, who is unfortunately out of the race with an engine problem. You can see the two Williams are now together. So yes, it's just been really following Ricardo through as we want. We really do not have anything with it. By the way, I also forgot to change the ICE, so that's about 7% wear. Somebody else now is going off ahead. Oh goodness grief, there's confetti there. Carlos Sainz is out of the race. Let's get a replay on board with the Spaniard. So he goes to retire, then thinks about it, and then just takes out the turn 7 marker board. And then goes off. I don't get why that. Anyway, that brought out virtual safety car, which of course always disadvantages the player if you're on a pad. And we're getting very close now. Stroll, whose AI is absolutely woeful in this career in F1 2019, is heading this pack, slowing us all down. But we're gonna cheeky at the outside, down the inside of Alexander Albon, who's got promotion now to Red Bull, and that is a very cheeky move, catching all these people asleep behind Mr. Moneybags. Yes, unfortunately we couldn't make it stick. Ricardo has got past Albon. We haven't been able to catch up to Raikkonen. Because of course our ICE wear is increasing all the time, which means I'm going to run rich, which is increasing the pressure on the MGU K or H, I can't remember which one, but it's one of those two, which is increasing there. So you see Ricardo doesn't have a 70% ICE wear, and he's just going to stroll past even with DRS as well. So we're just going to, he's going to have to go past again. We will probably not allow this in Austria. We'll have a major upgrade coming for Austria, and you can see Ricardo's engine. You can see that mine is at 72%. So we need to do some reliability upgrades if we are going to make sure that we get through this season. I don't know where I'm going for the next season, whether I do a second season of this or yet. I'll think about it closer to the line. I'll have to see where we are, whether we switch teams or not. I've got a few ideas, but we'll have to wait and see what other series that will come on, like Final Fantasy is coming soon. As soon as I have to redo all the mods now, because Codemasters redid all the liveries, as we have to take avoiding action yet again. So that allows Albon to come and have a look back at us on lap 10. But, Ricardo and Raikkonen have been going side by side now for pretty much a couple of corners now, and the entire third sector. And I mean, we are going to have Raikkonen in this off the start-finish straight DRS. and they've remodeled the pit lane in France since I recorded this episode. We're going to go around the outside of Raikkonen, excuse me, which will turn to the inside. We get slow on the back. Then, of course, Raikkonen has the AI glitch where they just give in when they get too compromised. Ricciardo now is doing a beastly job. He's got past Lance Stroll. We're up against Danny Kvyat, the man who's been robbed of a drive at Red Bull. Can we have a look down the inside? Oh, can we get Stroll? No, we can't. Yeah, that's the other livery I've got to redo because I'm not having some betting sponsor on my channel. No way. Danny inside. Stroll, give us a space. Please give us a space. You know you're awful. The car's not great. Well, the car, they're actually, I think they're just ahead of us actually. But anyway, moving to lap 13, you can see that we are still with Ricciardo. What's his name? Butler has come out. We're going to force him off. Make sure that he doesn't go past because we need to stick with Ricciardo now if we want to undercut or overcut. I'm not sure who's coming in first for their stop. Daniel, look at this. As soon as we get onto the straight, I've got the advantage in the corner. As soon as you get on the straights, you can see there that Butler, we try and defend from Butler, but Butler is way too fast for us. He's just going to have to sit behind. I'm not sure if he's taken damage again with contact with him, but we're coming into the pits at the end of lap 14, and for a new set of hard tyres once again to the end of the race. So hards are coming our number one strategy now. We're going to see where we come out ahead of Leclerc. Leclerc has managed to come up big time because where's Ricciardo? I know we're languishing down the bottom end of the top 10 because the top 7 including Weber are miles ahead, but there is Leclerc. We're going to come out ahead of Leclerc. Ricciardo is only behind Grosjean. That's not somewhere you want to be behind. Yes, you can see here we've got no answer. Ferrari got the fastest engine and no answer against Leclerc. He goes strolling past up into P8 and he's going to sail off into the sunset. Danny Kvyat is there, but actually in fact it was Lando Norris who would take the last point because literally the second half of the race nothing happened. The rain did come out to play, like it did now, but it wasn't wet enough for intermediates. Did consider, but Jeff said that dries were the best time, and we were really in no man's land. 14 seconds behind Leclerc in the Ferrari, 11 seconds ahead of Norris, who was trailing Grosjean and Ricciardo. Points out the start to the top 10. Yes, a bit of a dull race. Apologies for the second half being lacked. The first half hopefully should make up for it though. But yes, around the final corner we come. It's all right for P9, but we really need to do better in qualifying. Hopefully they fix that glitch where the first lap is your best lap glitch when we get back to dry time. Hopefully they can fix the other glitch as well when we get screwed over. But yes, Valtteri Bottas won the Grand Prix. Not sure what happened to Hamilton, but it looks like he got strolled. Sergio Perez had a good race up to P5, up one place from P5 to P6, and Weber ran in the top 7. I think Butler had lost front wing, so yes. Giovinazzi, Russell got lapped despite being ahead of Kubica. He finished behind Kubica, and Stroll and Albon showed that Toro Rosso really isn't that good. In terms of the standings, Ricciardo doesn't score, so we stay another 40 points ahead. We drop down to P8 after Devon Butler moves up ahead, but there is very close there between us, Perez and ourselves. I'm sure some Haskell re-overtake us though, which is annoying. I'm sure that Weber is going to be annoying all championship long with that, a bit like he's been to Team at Marlock in his career. Not that I've been watching it anyway.
Amazing performance out there. I'm sure you're pretty happy with that. Devon is now ahead of you in the championship.
No, don't give a shit.
How do you feel the weather affected the outcome today?
It didn't. Nothing happened, Claire. We all were on slicks.
Well, thanks anyway.
Yeah, thanks anyway for your shitty questions. Goodness grief. We're losing the rivalry. Oh my goodness grief, it's got close with Weber. Goodness grief, that's going to go down to the wire next round. We failed to qualify 8th or better, so reputation has gone down. Let's see, we've got... We are not...
It's been a tough weekend.
Did I just hear that? Emma praised us. Congratulations. 10th and 12th place. Oh my goodness grief. I think we can do better. I think we can get... We're going to lower this 11th, 9th. Goodness grief, those bonuses shit. I'm going to put that up to level 2.
Our proposal has been accepted. The new contract will
That's
take
the
effect
upgrade
in the
speed I
next
want.
race.
I'm not too fussed about the race bonus, but pit stops make a big bonus there. So that is the contract that I was after all this time, and we're finally going to get it. This career mode could be good to be after all. I don't know, but yes, I'm just left to see what R&D I've got to do because I can't remember what I did. We're going to have an engine upgrade. I haven't got insufficient enough, so that's going to come next time out as well in Austria, as well as that other major upgrade, but we can do multiple upgrades per department, which is excellent. We're going to purchase some quality control as well, just to help us with reduce the failures. So yes, that's going to be it for today's video. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, see more F1 2019 career mode videos as when I come out. I'm going to record a couple more this weekend, episode 12, which will be around Austria. So until the next video, I'll see you next time. Take care, thank you so much, and enjoy your day, and goodbye.